one indivisible with liberty and justice for all.
We need to extend Meadowmere again. Maybe I should read this. If I read it, maybe it'll go away after a while.
There you go, Bill.
Make a resolution, whereas Meadowmere received preliminary plat approval on January 13th, 2020, and whereas the statutory period for submission of the final plat is about to expire, and whereas the statutory period was last extended for 90 days on October 16th, 2024, and whereas applicant has requested an additional extension of time, now therefore it is resolved the time for submission of a final plat is extended an additional 90 days effective January 15, 2025. I make that motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, there we go. That's our big act. Well, not our only big act of the day.
No.
Oh, minutes. I'm sorry. I didn't even look to see if we had minutes.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, they're in there.
I didn't read them.
I read them.
I read them, they're fine.
Do you want to, somebody want to make a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, here we go. Police report, did you have that in time to take a look at it or?
Didn't show up. It's not here yet.
Oh, okay. Well, that's simple. We don't,
So- Stay tuned for
We'll
that one
see
in
it.
February.
you'll see it later.
I still haven't received it yet, so I believe it'll come by the end of the week.
Liz and Joan Hamburg wanted a bench at Gibson Lane, and actually, I never saw the picture, but it already says it's a picture.
Yeah, there's a picture. Yep.
And with the wrong quote, but that's okay.
And by the way,
Oh.
our regular one is right in the middle, or it was a
Yeah.
couple days ago.
Yeah.
I moved it off to the side,
Of the-
but
It's down there on the other side.
dragged it out on the beach anyway. I mean, that bench is fine. I don't. With it.
I think this is the same as the one that's
Yeah.
down there, is it not?
Kingsley,
Right.
Yeah.
Kingsley Bay,
Make a good fire.
Chelsea.
Yeah.
So then this would be a second one down there,
Yeah,
correct? Because they want to put it down at Gibson.
yeah,
Well,
Okay.
the original one was on the driveway.
yeah.
Right.
Somebody dragged it out on the beach.
Yeah.
I took it down. so
It's on the beach now.
We could put it back on the driveway. The
Go ahead.
original one.
Yeah.
Well, what we're actually gonna do is get that cleaned up all the
Yeah.
way to the
Like 10
west.
more feet to the east.
Bill, you were down
Yeah,
there.
well, you
Yeah.
can see where the town had cut it back,
Mhm.
got, many, many years ago.
Yeah.
It's like a ridge line.
Mhm.
They're gonna have it dug back to them again,
Good.
because it'll fill right back in.
So they can be placed, my point is they could be placed in that
Yeah.
walkway down to the beach, not
And
in
you
the
can, you can
park.
still drive down and get a look at the ocean. The
Yeah.
benches will be off to the side. There'll be room for that.
Yeah, like it used to be.
Yeah, right, exactly.
So she wants a plaque on here, so is that that's what I said?
Right, so that's what she's saying is this is the bench I want, and they want to put a plaque, and I will have to verify, but I believe she's gonna do this all through Thayer's Hardin.
Yeah,
she said.
It says it
Yeah.
in the email here, yeah.
Right. So then all I would have to do is you approve all of this, just let her know that, and then she can go forward with.
So you want me to make a motion? Do we need a
Does
motion?
she have any idea where she wants to put it?
Why are you so
It's a lovely bench. It was somebody-
He was a very nice man. I knew him.
So,
There's so
are we
many
being
quotes from Mike.
facetious there,
Yes,
Mark? Okay, just checking. And Bill, what was your question?
I was wondering if she had any particular area that she wanted to put it in.
Well, she wants to put it at Gibson, so I think that we should
Yeah,
tell her that, just
That's
as
the
we
beach they went
discussed.
to.
Right, so those,
yeah,
we'll
oh, yeah.
just put it on, either side of the entrance in, whichever.
Probably to the right.
What, because we've got two down
I
there
think
now, we
it's-
could put one on the left and one on the right,
Right.
whichever. Right? What do you think there, Ms. Carey?
Yeah, either way.
It doesn't matter. It's a lightweight bench and it'll
Right.
get moved.
It's gonna
Somebody
get
will
moved
drag it where
anyway.
They want it. back
But when they
there.
install it, we'll tell them.
And somebody will drag it back when they want it.
All we have to do is approve it.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's fine.
Does it make sense to somehow at some point?
Cement it down.
Cement it down?
Well, if you look at the one that,
We should have anticipation of, being.
the Elliston's put one at Sag Main on the left, and it's made out of concrete on a concrete pad. But the trouble is, when you get erosion or anything
Yeah.
happens, you can't move it,
Can't
you know,
move it.
if you need it, like, if we put it there and it gets buried by sand, then what do? You
Right.
can't, some guy's gotta dig out by hand instead of using a machine.
It's like the one that's down at Sac Main that you can't sit on it because the bench goes this way. You just
Is that the one on the
slide.
left, the concrete one?
Is it concrete? It's the one on the right. As you go down from the pavilion, you walk down, it's the
Oh,
one.
Yeah, no,
that's just
that's-
wood, you just
that's
move
wooden.
it. I move it every time I go down there. People's dogs dig
Yeah.
under it, and it tips and. Okay, so I made a motion, second,
Second.
all in favor? I talked today to, our engineer, Jim Peterman from Outfitting MA. And I guess he's been doing some work in East Hampton and he brings up periodically, paving Town Line Road. And so far, there's absolutely no interest in doing it. And, he suggested, which what I suggested before, and I thought it was probably inappropriate, but you kind of push him. He said, well, why don't we just plan on paving half the road and see what they do? And he said that Rosemore has no problem with doing it. And, but on the other hand, our esteemed attorney thinks it's kind of an insult.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Municipalities,
I
yeah.
don't think it's the right thing to do.
But it's the worst road in East Hampton and they seem to have no
He'll
interest
come
in.
around.
Yeah,
How do we get in contact with them? Do we ask
we've
them?
done officially, we had meetings with them. I saw the supervisor, I don't know, 3 weeks ago or something. I brought it up and said, well, we're looking for a grant to do it. And I'm thinking, you're putting how many million onto sand that's gonna wash away and you can't put 300,000 into a road? So, whatever.
I think you just let them know.
Is that all it's gonna be? Is 300,000?
Well, we have the cost. of
Yeah, I
what-
mean.
Well, it's
it'll
probably
be-
gonna be 500,000 or more.
No, he gave us an estimate.
Yeah,
For the
he
whole
gave-
road?
He gave us a rough idea. He said it'd be under 400,
Yeah.
which surprised me for
Yeah.
us,
Per
per
side.
side.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
per side. Yeah, that's what I'm
But
saying.
even so,
Almost a
Yeah,
million
because I
bucks.
guess it's not as long as you think it is or something. I don't know.
Well, it'd probably be less expensive if we could get them to do it along with us, of course.
It was under $1 million. The
Wow.
cost was under $1 million.
Yeah,
And split between the two of us, it came out to just under 400.
yeah.
Because I was surprised that it wasn't
More.
So anyway. All right, we'll let it sit. Got no problem with that.
do you think anyone, I don't pay, but do you think anyone other than you has ever asked him or brought it up?
Well, I think at one time we emailed people in Waynescott saying they
you
complained
do
to
that?
something. I said,
Yeah,
well,
they.
you
So
have your
there's,
CAC and why don't you tell the town to get it done? So who knows?
there's some people I know in the CAC, I can mention it to them too. that-
Yeah.
That they would kind of block it, that you might want to poke them and see if we can move them along.
Yeah. Also, yeah, I was talking to one of the tree services in our area. I'll leave them nameless, and we were looking at specific trees and pruning processes and this type of thing, because I'd like to get a bid out, RFP, on doing some pruning on Main Street. I mean, the trees definitely need it. We haven't had a hurricane in years, and when we do get one, they're gonna be severely damaged. Anyway, at the end of it, I started talking a little business with him, and he goes, oh yeah, well, we're containing our disposal cost. He says, I bought an 11-acre ag reserve in Southampton town. I put a few trees on it. Now we're doing composting. Just so you know that that's what's going around. So,
I thought the tree committee did all this.
oh,
The tree committee does the
yeah,
pruning and
right.
we don't
Well,
have a tree committee
We have a
anymore?
scat one.
Oh,
Adeline, who was our
Yeah,
chair,
very
unofficial
good one.
chair, she was very good.
Yeah,
So Bill being in the business and having only two members that were not as knowledgeable, I've been relying on Bill to help me.
Yeah, so I
get
stir
the-
things up and then we talk about it.
That's
Yeah.
exactly what he does. But we keep them in the loop, the two members, but they're, it's the work has to come out of this office, and with Bill's knowledge, he's been helping me pinpoint the trees that need to be.
Mhm.
And they should be done before the spring too, so.
Well, that's when you get a good price.
So do you get bids?
It's easier to do.
Yeah.
And it's very healthy.
Yeah.
Really, for the trees, so.
Yeah, right now we're looking at the trees on Sag Main Street from the school down to the store, and then on the side of the school on Sag.
Yeah, Sag Road.
Sagaponic Road. So,
Yeah, we got a complaint from the school about dead branches coming down, so wrap it all up.
Yeah, we had some heavy winds
yeah,
there.
we did.
Right, and we have a sidewalk there. So
Yeah.
it's a good place to start. Instagram, thank you, Mark, for that, and if you live long enough, we'll get there.
All right, I'm gonna say two things. It's fine that it's after the presentation of our, when we get our new and improved website. But I would also have to say that as part of the triumvirate, and I'm gonna say, and that this will be, I'm not gonna do the third leg of the stool, but as far as information and getting information out, you have East Hampton Village, you have Southampton Village, you have, everyone has an Instagram, and this is not to promote anything other than having it. And if we have an issue, or if we have a set meeting, or if it's something that everyone in this, I would imagine, not everyone, because there are people over the age of 95 that don't look at Instagram. But there's a large percentage of the people that have Instagram, scroll through Instagram at this particular point. And I'm not saying I would never do Facebook unless, as I said to Carrie, unless I put together my own Sagaponic dance. I'm not going to, I would never do TikTok or anything else like that. But I think Instagram is something that everyone uses. And that on top of the website, we should be pretty well covered from getting our butts kicked because of any of this.
Yeah, we'll still get kicked.
Well, so I will also say that the legal aspect of the thing, thank you very much for saying that it's gonna go up to the Supreme Court. As far as that goes, I know exactly why it went to the Supreme Court. It's probably not gonna be what we do, but setting up policies and procedures that you follow. And again, the thing that I sent was an example, but it really is once a month and it's 12 months and there's nothing there.
I do have a question though. If we don't have anything going on, then we're not gonna put anything on it.
Well,
For instance, January, there's nothing of great interest here, unless we wanted to put the hammer bench on there, then we wouldn't have anything on it.
well, no, it's, if you have an Instagram, what I put those
Yes, I
January,
did see it. I
February,
saw
March,
all
it's like
your
a picture of,
points.
the bridge or something like that. That's what you would put on the thing with a bunch of hashtags. It has nothing to do.
By the way, I have no idea what hashtags are.
I know.
I've always been curious.
I don't know if, I would imagine there are people in your office that look at this.
Yes, Abby said to me, oh, the road.
I would say.
I would figure that would be my guess of the person who would say that.
Yeah, that sounds like your moose.
I didn't,
It was not
I have
John.
no idea. I have no
I don't
idea.
think it was bad.
But I'm just saying that if you're under the age of 94, maybe, there's a lot of people that are scrolling through this thing. And I'm not saying if we have a one-off type thing, then you can put it on as part of the thing. But the other thing is 12 pictures of different parts of the beach. And if we want to get crazy afterwards, it's not going to upset the apple cart. And I do think that it's a way of communicating with a lot of people that don't necessarily open their email. if they see us acting.
Right.
I'm sorry, but I vote no.
Okay,
I actually very much, would like to see that at some point. I think it's great,
But-
it's terrific,
again,
we have to be up to.
Jury's still out on this.
Yeah, let's just.
Get the website, get the new website.
We
up.
can see the website, we either see, we don't, there's, let's see what the benefits
But I
are.
do understand what you're saying, Mark, because people will go to Instagram because it's right in your face as opposed to going on a website. I get that part.
and if something important, we have to put it on, then it can go on. Otherwise, it's a pretty picture of the beautiful flowers that we see on.
Or the
Parsons
bridge or
Lane,
the ocean or whatever.
Of the. on
Christmas
Parsons
tree in the
Lane.
north.
All the,
And we can have
businesses
that
are
one.
on
about
Instagram, and they come out with something every day. Wolfer comes out with something every day, Town Line Barbecue does. The only one that I haven't seen anything on is Loaves and Fishes. Is one of the only ones that I have. But everybody has it, uses it as a point of communication.
No, I am, I have
Yes,
an
oh,
Instagram account, so I know exactly what you're talking about.
I've also,
So-
I've
But I'm not
hijacked-
looking at it from that end.
I know you.
I'm looking at it from the backside end, and the management and the time.
Yes, I
blah, blah, blah,
agree.
blah.
And I think if there are 12 of them,
Too many.
well,
Oh,
12.
12 postings,
And I've
once a month.
actually written them out. You talk, I did every single one of
Yeah,
them
no
for the
problem.
next year, you can approve it with him. But someone who probably looks at Instagram who said, oh, wow, it would take her less than 30 seconds. Just
To
to
post
cut
it.
and, not to cut and paste and put it,
Oh, but we also don't have, by the way, village cell phones. There are no village
No.
cell phones, but I know, because that was my first question to Abby.
Oh,
And she says, oh, no, you can go right online and do it. I'm like,
the other thing is,
So we did
I
do
will
that.
say
it's not
that
that hard, guys.
Sag-
It really isn't that.
I know,
hard.
no, we did it. So I am
It's
admitting
scary.
that I
It's
looked
not.
into it, but let's
if it
get the
take-
website
if it-
first.
Yes, let's get the
Agreed.
website
Yeah.
and then we can debate.
Mhm.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, the distillery just sent me with something 10 minutes ago. on Instagram. So they.
Anything good?
Yeah. If you like murder, if you
Business.
like booze.
But they're a business.
We're getting it so
We're not a
well.
business.
Yes.
We're getting into the
Let's get the
90s.
website up first and
Yeah.
then
Or
we'll
we're getting
continue
it-
this.
We're getting into the 80s. We got a cell
Yes.
tower
We're
coming.
moving
We're
along.
moving into the
85,
80s.
87.
We're moving.
We got it. I'm fine with slow voting this thing, but I
Got it. But you did a wonderful job on that email, and the
Absolutely.
research and the description and trying to convince us all it's a good idea. It's very good. Very nice job.
Okay, let's move on to financials.
I just wanted to, wait, one second. I just pulled out the estimate from LKMA for the construction of Town Line, and his estimate was a total of $787,900. So our cost would be $393,950.
So,
As would East Hampton.
That was last year,
Yeah, that was last year.
but
also,
But-
if we only do
That
half,
was,
if you only do half of it, does the cost go up?
Mhm.
That's my question.
Yeah, definitely.
it's a unit cost.
right,
So much asphalt is this much if you do twice it, it doesn't.
Yeah, I don't know, I would think that's a discount if you do a bigger.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
we
think so
should.
too. Because they're gonna be mobilized.
Mhm.
Nope.
but anyway, it
Well,
was
last-
last
Oh,
year
was it the
because
bills?
that's when he gave it to
Yeah.
us. He gave it to us in, November or something, I think. Anyway, just wanted to.
Yeah, it'd be great to know what it would be if we went ahead and did it ourselves.
Yeah, no, it's the same.
It would be the same because he's basing it on the,
It's all unit prices, and so this number of units goes in this side of the road, and that's the
Yeah, but
price.
he has to do it twice.
No, they pay for their side.
No, but if we went ahead and didn't, they
No,
didn't do it.
No. He says it's totally split, and it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter if they part, if
Doesn't
they
matter
do,
the size
we
of the
do ours
job.
first and they do theirs second.
Nope.
the only,
No difference.
that's
The only
weird.
problem
That is
is,
strange.
you might get a
Right.
seam or something with
Yeah.
that possibly. I mean, I've seen that. But I don't know who did the paving, and maybe there's some way they got out of that. I don't care. I mean, we talked about it and we'll push and maybe they'll,
They'll do,
Maybe you
they'll
said-
come together.
I think he thought that if we said we were definitely gonna do it, then they'd stop diddling around. They'd say, okay. we'll do
Agreed.
it.
Yeah.
Because it's chump change in terms of East Hampton's budget. I mean, that's nothing.
I almost wish it would be more if we did it separate, because that would force their hand.
Yeah.
I have, I was wondering what the story is with the bridge, side bridge.
What was going on with it?
No, Sag Road.
Side Road Bridge.
Oh, that one.
Railroad Bridge.
Yeah, you met, you had
Yeah,
a meeting and you're putting something up?
Don't
Or
hold
do
your
we
breath,
vote on
but
it, or
they
what's the
said
story?
that, if congestion pricing went through, they might be able to do something sometime. I mean, it was like in the middle of 2028,
Yeah,
if you cannot believe that. It
right,
would
so
be,
if that was going through
yeah,
and if they had the money and the money's coming from the congestion pricing,
Oh,
then it might be done in 28.
So it might be done 3 years from now.
and what are they gonna do?
Might.
Just widen it?
it would be a standard concrete bridge.
And what is it now, wooden?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, so it would take, it would be,
Yeah.
I forget the exact term, but it would take semis, everything. With no, there would be no more weight
There'd be no-
restriction. Yeah.
And the lanes would be 15 feet wide, no, total of 30.
No, total of 30, and where you put
So
the
10,
lines
10.
is something else.
10 driving lanes and.
Do we
two
have any
flexible
say?
shoulders.
Not really.
Not really.
No.
We
We asked him about
tried.
a sidewalk and he said, you have sidewalks? And of course, we don't have sidewalks. So that was like, shut up, but 30 feet wide, I mean, it's just barely wide enough, it's like what, 24 feet maybe?
Now it's 24?
Yeah, so they'd actually
Well,
have
you need a
two.
pedestrian way, don't you?
You don't,
He said, you don't have sidewalks, so
Not
you
getting
don't
them
need
now.
pedestrian.
but they are proposing to put in a 5-foot shoulder, which would be more than what we have now.
Just one?
Yeah,
No, 2.
the
Oh,
road
okay.
leading
One
up
on
to
either
it was
side.
probably what, like 26 feet at the most?
Across.
Because we stopped
Yeah.
short of the bridge.
Yeah.
And the bridge is narrower than the
And
road.
I think the white line
So if you
is,
get the road out to 30 feet, that's wider than any road in the
Yeah.
village. Yeah,
Well, that'll work.
yeah. But
Yeah.
not to be-
3 years from
very
now
old
means
to
5
see
years.
it.
which means if they started in 28, it takes a year to do the road, be shut down. for a
So what
year.
is the weight limit on
Not
it
gonna
now?
see it till
Don?
29.
Is it 5 or
10,000
10,000? 10,000 pounds.
Yeah,
5,
5 ton,
5,
10,000
oh, 10,000,
pounds.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, yeah.
So most of the trucks that go over there, these are too.
So we wouldn't have any say in what it looks like, I guess,
Nope,
like we did with Sag Bridge.
Correct, that's because we ended up really.
well, it's
buying-
their real estate. I mean, Sag Bridge, we were able to grab it because we owned that real estate there. But they actually got their 66-foot right of way, and within that, they're king. He said we could pay for it if we wanted.
Yeah, they did say.
How
that.
much is it?
What did he say? It was some outlandish number.
Remember, Bill?
It's like 10 or 20 million?
Yeah, big bills.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Yeah, they can do what they want with it.
Yeah. Let's know how it goes.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
In terms of
Oh,
money,
I'm sorry,
oh,
do you, the beach renourishment, I sent you guys the little
The
flyer,
what?
beach renourishment,
Oh, beach.
right, so just
It's a
update on
Yes.
that, and I
Yeah.
put it on the website. I was on another meeting this morning, they expect the dredge to come out on the 25th, so,
Yeah, so, and they actually are, I didn't see that, I'm sorry, but I did read about it in the paper.
it's the same,
Yes.
kind of the same thing, it's the newsletter out of the town, and they sent it to me, which is very helpful, it's got pictures too. which is
Yeah.
very
Yeah,
helpful.
it was very well done.
So, yeah, they
Wasn't
did
it?
a nice job on it,
Okay,
That's
They'll-
a good
they'll send that.
communication.
yeah,
that would be a great thing, yeah, to let people know. So,
yeah. I put it on our website, but.
You did,
nobody
okay,
goes
good,
there, so-
awesome.
But the town has it on theirs as well, and they're putting it in the paper, so hopefully with all of that there. I only got one phone call yesterday on it, so.
Well, the pipes should be coming in pretty soon.
They're there.
Pipes have been delivered,
Down Peters Pond Lane or something
no,
like
no,
that?
they're
By
on
Sangerville.
Sagamine Beach,
Okay, got it.
on the beach itself. And the equipment, what equipment they have there right now is staged there, and then the barge is supposed to come on the
There's 2
25th.
barges coming, I hear, yeah.
it's nice big pipes. and
One down south and one here, there's 2 of them by Great Lakes.
Well, there's one coming to Sagamine Beach.
Right,
I don't know where the other one's on, so.
West Hampton,
That's the only one I'm paying attention to. So.
they're big, it's an amazing operation,
Huge.
everybody's seen it, pretty cool.
Yep,
Coming from Jersey.
okay, financially, revenue's okay, expenses are within under budget, so financially we're doing okay. About to pay bills. Make a motion to expend from the general fund an amount of $52,282.68.
I will second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Make the motion to expend from the trust and agency planning account an amount of $1,260.12.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
And expend from the capital highway fund an amount of $430.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very much. Lee, do you want to make a speech?
You got 2 minutes.
Our next meeting is February 19th, same place, 3 P.M. Make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, folks. Thank you very much.
Is that a record, 25 minutes?